Hello, everybody. NEPA Politics. J. Donald Kazmersky, coming from the headquarters in Dickson City. So this is a little history, or a brief history, of the March 8th, 2022 Dickson City Borough Council meeting that occurred this past Tuesday. And sorry I'm a little late with it, but what can I tell you? Things happen. Okay, so what went on is Barry Keck from Univest, he gave us a pension status update with the police and non-uniform pensions, and what they said, or what he said, was the non-uniform pension for the last few years made over $505,000. And since 2013, the police pension made about $566,000. Okay, so that's around 13% with the police pension, and the non-union pension is about 12.91%. Okay, so that's what happened there. If there's any corrections or errors that I made, let me know. Okay. They also discussed and made a motion to accept an ordinance to set the rate and requirements for special duty police coverage, meaning like not so much in the borough, but if there's special events. Okay, so what they did is they want to change make a resolution to the ordinance to up the hourly rate to $125 an hour for special duty police coverage. Okay, two ordinances that they did. They removed two liens. I'm not going to say who, but they removed one lien from the Taylor Borough that occurred about 10 years ago. The people can't sell their house in Taylor. It was just a clerical error on whoever did it 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. So the borough made a motion to remove that lien. And number two, there was a housing rehab lien in Dickson that the borough removed. That was satisfied several years ago or a decade ago, but it wasn't put into the books. So the borough made a motion to remove that lien. So these two houses, I know one's in Dickson and one's in Taylor, but they could both be sold free and clear. Okay, another motion was made to adopt the stop sign ordinance on Mimo Lane. This is going to be advertised as well, so look for it in the legal section of the papers. The neighbors want to put a stop sign up on Mimo Lane to stop people going through their neighborhood and using it as a shortcut. And I explained why people were using it as a shortcut, but in the previous video. So you could watch that other video some other time. Another ordinance that they made or amended was for the park rules. We have 4 parks. You could look at 2 of them down below in the photos. We have 4 parks, and the ordinance is going to say no vaping ordinance. There is no smoking in the parks now, and no vaping means no vaping cigarettes, no electronic cigarettes, including the CBG cigarettes, or any kind of electronic devices that does the THC for medical reasons. That's going to be prohibited as well. The other resolution that they did was for an LSA grant for Main Street revitalization from the German Street to Dundas Street. Now, what happened is the borough went over budget with their part of it for $240,000, but it's okay because PennDOT is going to cover that cost. They're going to just absorb that cost. So don't worry about that. Even though we went over budget with that, the borough is going to remove that. The borough is also attempting to do state gambling applications and try to get grants to finish that project between German Street and Dundas Street as well. And I did videos on German and Dundas Street too, so I'm not going to put that back up on here and bore you with the pictures again. Okay, next is what they did was hire seasonal part-time workers for our street and maintenance department, and they did 3 people. I'm not going to say who they are. I don't know if they want to put it on the internet or not on YouTube, but they were hired last year for the summer and the fall. They were good workers. They didn't have any problems, and they didn't have any issues with them, so they're going to rehire these 3 gentlemen to do that again this year. Another resolution that the council did was another LSA grant for the Recreation Authority for the Civic Center upgrades. Mostly the Civic Center is quite old. It is a pole barn. It needs some upgrades. It needs technically some more maintenance work that they have to do to keep it up. So they're going to apply for some grants. Hopefully they'll get the money to do the maintenance. There was no amount of money said at the council meeting or what kind of maintenance needs to be done on the Civic Center itself, but they are going to apply for these grants to do the projects. Council also discussed advertising for a full-time DPW hire. And what that means is when John Lukasik, who was the street department head, he retired last year, the borough did not replace him. So they were short 1 full-time person. So they have to make an advertisement to hire somebody. I don't know if they're going to hire a part-time from within. They didn't say it. It was just a discussion. Or they're going to advertise for this position for anybody from outside the borough. And then the biggest one that they did was, which is very, very important, is they made a motion to remove the mask mandate in the borough building of Dickson City for all the employers and all the visitors. And that was effective March 8th at the end of the meeting. Hip, hip, hooray, okay? They did say if it's optional, if you want to wear a mask and you feel like you need to wear a mask, it's optional. It's not mandated or it's not mandated now. So they removed that, which is terrific. And I know this is the last part of the video. I should make a separate one as an alert, but this coming spring, Boulevard Avenue is owned by the state, correct? No, I'm sorry. Boulevard Avenue is owned by the county. They plow it. So the county is going to start repaving Boulevard Avenue sometime spring this year, so be careful about that. Be on the lookout. And lastly at the meeting, and this is the last thing I really swear, is that Wednesday the 16th, which is just 2 days from today, okay, I know it's pretty close, on the 16th, there's going to be a meeting at the Borough Building at 7 p.m. about Dickson Days for this year. They're going to do the whole spiel of Dickson Days and start it up this way after, I think, a 2-year absence of it due to the lockdown. Okay, so that's it for the meeting. Please, if I made any errors, just correct them. No big deal. I'm not going to be offended, but like and share this video with other people so that other people could know about the borough and the politics that goes on and what's going on. And just let me just keep you informed as best as I possibly can with these videos. Okay, and thank you very much for watching.